Hi everyone, I'm Hannah. So today I'm going to be doing a little video for you guys all about life after university. So I finished my undergrad not too long ago. I would say it's like February now that I'm filming this, and I graduated in June, and honestly I feel like there's so much that I learned in my time at university that I want to share. If you haven't already done so, feel free to subscribe, comment down below, tell me if you graduated or if you're in school right now, and also don't forget to like this video, and yeah, let's get started. So the first thing that I want to talk about is just that when I was graduating, finishing my undergrad, I felt like it was very bittersweet because I really liked undergrad. Like I had my close friends there that I made. Like I loved going to office hours. I was involved in a lot of student clubs, and then all of a sudden I feel like when I was graduating, I was also like looking forward to it because I had been working towards it for like 4 years, but I felt like I was gonna leave behind like, all the friends that I made, all the extracurriculars, and I love the classes, but at the same time you're looking forward to what's next. So I think a lot of people, they probably experience this, like they're so excited to move forward, but it's also like tough because they had such a fun undergrad experience. And I would say that honestly the best way, if you're kind of feeling like this or if you're nervous about graduating, is like just make a plan for what you want to do next, because I feel like it's not really good to like dwell on the past. So this isn't the end, it's just the beginning. Let's talk about the different options that you have now after you finish your degree. So the first option you have is of course going to graduate school. The thing about graduate school, what I would say is that it's a really good opportunity for you to complement your undergrad. So if you really liked your undergrad and then you want to kind of go forward, and a lot of jobs, they actually require like specialized training. So if you want to go to, become a doctor, obviously you have to go the medical school route. And I would say that if you know like 100% for sure you know what you want to do, then I would say it's really good to go right after undergrad. So when you're finished your 4 years, take that summer, work, do something, and then go back to school. But I would sort of caution and say, like, if you're not sure what you want to do, because for me, like I had a couple of ideas, but I wasn't like, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's like 100% sure what I want to do, then I would actually say it's probably better to like take a year off. So like when you finish undergrad in June or whenever you finish, and then take like about a year. And the reason why I say this is because it'll give you time not only to write your graduate school exams, like the LSAT, the GMAT, the GRE, because a lot of schools, they require that. So take like 3 to 6, even people take longer to study. You also need to put together your application package, and it takes a long time. You need reference letters, you need a personal statement. Some schools have a diversity statement, so like it takes a long time. So that's what I'm saying, like if you're not sure what you want to do, like take this time to explore. And then also I would say like reach out to people. So I would say within that whole year you can network, you can meet people, find out if that's the right career path, and then also like work, and then you should volunteer. And I feel like all of that is really going to help you. So if you're like, maybe it's January and you're graduating in June, I would advise against panic applying to a master's, because what's going to happen is, like, let's say even if you get in, then you go, like maybe it's only a year or two, you might end up finding that like halfway through you're like, this isn't really what I want to do, and like there's something else, and it's going to be a bit difficult for you to make the decision of like, should I leave my current master, should I go do another one, like should I work now? So I would say that like that's why if you're not sure what you want to do, I would say just take a little bit of time, because going to a master's, it is a lot of work. It's time, money, it's an investment in your future and your education. And I do think that like it really helps if you know exactly how you're going to use your master's, because for me I was actually considering master's programs, but like I didn't know what I wanted to do with them after. And then one of my friends kind of gave me that advice, is like you should know what you kind of want to do after with it. And you don't have to, but it's something that I think is useful, because if let's say there's like a career path you really want, but you're like it requires a master's, then yeah, go back and do it, and then how you're going to get that degree, how you're going to get that job. So I would say in that situation having a master's is really good and it's really useful. So if you don't want to do more school, and I feel like it's totally understandable, like if you just finished undergrad, chances are you've been in school since you were in JK and junior kindergarten. So there's a really high chance that you just want to work, make some money, get some experience, and maybe even do like grad school later. And also another thing is too, like some schools, like an MBA program, they actually require 2 to 4 years of experience, at least like the ones that I've seen. So it would actually be really good if like you've got some work experience first. That's why I'm saying also like make sure you do your research and kind of explore. Like that's a good thing about when you're finished undergrad is like there's so many options. It's good and bad because it's overwhelming, but do your research. And I honestly think that like talking to people is great, and like using LinkedIn, reaching out to your friend group, like family friends, parents friends, like just I don't know, people that you know in your circles, right? Okay, so the other thing that you could do if you decide that, hey, like I don't really want to go to grad school, I want to work, I think that's a really good opportunity. And also what I would say is kind of leverage your internships, because chances are if you're a new grad, like you don't have that much experience, but one thing I would say that kind of would make you stand out is like if you've done internships, it's a really good thing, and make sure you put it on your resume. Also even volunteer work, like I actually got some interviews and they told me that they're like, oh, we really liked your resume, you know, your work experience was, you know, was good, but we actually really wanted you here because of your leadership experience. And leadership experiences could be like if you're the president of a student club, not even the president, an executive member, like talk about what you've done. Even like event planning, like let's say you have a marketing degree, or you're like the director of events, a lot of marketing jobs, they also want you to do like a little bit of event planning, so that would be really helpful. Another option I would say for if you're a new grad is there's actually quite a few internships. So like let's say if you finish in June, you can still, like you would have to apply beforehand, probably January, February, but they have like internships that are only for students, like that are currently enrolled or new grads, and you can still technically apply to those, because what's gonna happen is maybe if like you're 2 years out of university, I don't think you can apply for these. So take advantage of that you're currently still enrolled and that you're graduating in June, and then you could apply to those, and those are really good because it's like a 4-month work term, and then so you're at the company for 4 months, and maybe they'll offer you like a job after, but I mean, even if they don't, like that's still 4 months you have on your resume, and internships are a really good way to network, and I think like leveraging that network can help you so much. As a student, you don't have, you know, like years of experience on your resume, so I would say part-time jobs definitely include internships, volunteering. Another thing that I would say for like if you are trying to get a job as a new grad, one thing that I really found was helpful for me was even like, so my university, they offer LinkedIn Learning for alumni. So I was able to sign up. I think they have like a limited number of people that can sign up, so like I don't know, check with your university, but my school offered this, and then I ended up signing up for it. And then what it is like you have these courses. So like I noticed that a lot of jobs that I was really interested in, they wanted project management, and I was like, okay, well I didn't really learn that in undergrad, but what I did was I did like a course I started on LinkedIn Learning on project management fundamentals, change management fundamentals. So even though I didn't have the designation, it's called a PMP, so project management, but I didn't have that certificate. But what I could say to an employer, if like maybe they wanted project coordination, I could say like, hey, I took this like LinkedIn Learning class, and so I know like the basics and the fundamentals, rather than saying like, you know, oh, I didn't learn it in school, like that's the end of the story. And I think that like, you know, if you can definitely craft a narrative and explain that like, hey, like I finished school, or even like going back and doing like a lot of colleges, they offer like certificates, like post-grad certificates. I know that universities through their education programs, they offer this too. Like that's really helpful. So yeah, either a LinkedIn Learning class, college courses, university, like if you can get some sort of designation, I do feel like it would help. And even just like taking these classes to like complement what you learned in undergrad, because you know, I don't think your learning stops in undergrad. The other thing too is it's okay if you don't have a plan right now. So it's okay if like right now you're kind of sitting there like, I don't know what I want to do, I'm applying for jobs, you know, there's a couple things I'm interested in, but I don't know yet. Like that's totally okay. And I feel like, you know, when you graduate from undergrad, you don't have to know what you want to do, right? Like there's not, I think a lot of this pressure might be like in your head. So just know there's kind of a lot of people out there who like probably feel the same way. If you're feeling it, like you're finished undergrad, you did really well, you don't know what you want to do yet, that's okay. There's a lot of people out there who feel the same way. So I feel like just kind of recognizing that, being aware, and making a plan, like a career plan, is really important. So you don't have to know where you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years, but maybe think about the next 6 months where you see yourself. And I think that's good. Like, you know, you don't have to know, I don't know what I want to do in 10 years, but I know like 6 months from now, okay, I have a like temporary plan that I'm going to do. How am I going to put that into place? Do I need to get certificates? Do I need to volunteer? Do I need, you know, a reference to get in here? Like, what do I need to get to where I want to be? And I think that's important. So I would say a good tip that I have for you if you are trying to figure everything out is like, you know, just try to figure it out for the next 6 months. You don't have to, you know, figure it out for the next like even year, 2 years, 10 years. Just maybe try to come up with the next few months and see how it is. So I feel like I have kind of covered everything. If you guys do have any questions or you just want to chat, maybe you're a recent grad, you're kind of feeling stressed, feeling the same way, like you can feel free to reach out to me. I would be more than happy to like chat with any of you. I'll insert my Instagram somewhere over here. And if you guys have any questions, like, yeah, leave them down below as well. And I would be more than happy to respond to them. If you haven't already done so, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks, bye.